Hi you guys. So I have a message for a few of you out there, and I really want this just to be a reminder because I feel like you know this, but let me remind you of who you are basically. Okay, so I wrote this channeled message and I'll share a few of the cards that I have, but basically in this message, Spirit is saying you're living a double life. All right, and it's time to get off the fence and pick a side and commit to whatever it is that you want. Make a decision. Stand on that. Okay? It's time to put an end to all of the dead end contracts, outdated ideas, or mindsets that no longer serve you. When you become very clear about whatever it is that you want and you stand on that, then what I've noticed is that the universe will deliver that to you, or better. I've seen that in my situation, in my life. I've seen that in the lives of people around me. It really is about making a clear decision and not like backing down. Okay? But sometimes like we forget that we need to be a little clearer about our decisions and what it is that we want. And so hopefully this can remind you to become even crystal clear, especially with the year ending. If there are certain things or certain people or situations that you are just done with, then be done with that and stand on that. Okay, don't go back and forth with it. It's time to drop the old story of things never working out for you, because that's not true at all. All right, it's time to speak out loud about what you want and stand up for yourself, because nobody else is going to stand up for you. Like, you are living in your body in this life that you live. You have your own feelings, your own thoughts, and if you're not feeling those feelings or those thoughts that you're having, you can do something about that. Okay, but you need to be the one to make those changes. It's time to start living the life that you have dreamed of, and not one that someone has dreamed for you or even planned for you. Like, you need to be involved with your life. You need to be the captain. You need to be running the show. This is about your life. Okay? So, I've been in this process of releasing, just letting go of things that just don't really serve me. Mostly mentally, because, that's where sometimes I can get tripped up at. Like, why am I thinking about this? Like, I don't need to hold on to this thought, or why, whatever. So I've been working on like letting go of certain mindsets. And what I've been doing is I'll take a piece of paper and I'll write down whatever it is that I feel is holding me back, and then I will burn it in a safe place. So I'm gonna share this story because this kind of ties in with this energy that I'm trying to explain to you guys about, how to stand up and really use your authority. So I went to the store like a few months ago. It's so funny. It's funny now, but when I was going through it, and it's not even like anything crazy, but I was irritated when I was going through it. So anyways, I went to the store. I went to go pick up an order, and I, let the people know I was there. I checked in, and I'm just waiting for them to give me my stuff. And so I get there, and I'm noticing like it's crowded. I don't really see any workers there, but it's cool. Like, I'm just waiting. And so I look at the clock, time is going by. And I look at the clock, it's like 20 minutes. And normally it doesn't take that long. And so I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I'm making up all these different excuses. Like, they must be short-staffed, or they may, something may be going on the inside. Like, I'm just making up excuses as to why it's taking so long. And I'm just going with the flow. I'm like, all right, it's cool, whatever. But then like 30 minutes pass. And then 40 minutes pass, and I see a few workers coming out, but they're not coming to my car. And so at this point, what I do, I stand outside of my car. I'm trying to look around. I'm trying to figure out, okay, like, what's going on? I'm just, trying to get the attention of these workers, but they're focused on other things. And so finally, I wave one down. He comes over, and I let him know, like, I've been here for close to an hour now. What's going on? And he looks at his little, his computer, and he's like, well, your name's not here. And so I have to let him know, like, it says it on my phone that I'm checked in. And it's just so funny how the universe like uses different situations to get you to remember, like, you need to pay attention to what you're doing. Like, you're telling me to give you this type of experience, so I'm doing it for you. So so he checks me in, and I think, okay, so he checks me in, so he's going to get my stuff. He goes back in the, you know, in the store, and he's gone for like another 15 minutes. Then he comes out, but he goes to another car. And so I'm really, like, I'm heated right now. Like, I'm so mad, I'm pissed. And it takes a lot for me to get pissed. But that day, like, I was so angry. I was so angry. Because, and you know, I'm not like rude to him or anything like that, because I know how to like control myself. But on the inside, I'm like, he was all different type of names. I really wanted to curse him out because his attitude as well. But then at the same time, I can't even be mad at that, because that is the energy that I was putting out. I was putting out this energy of, oh, it's not a big deal, it's whatever, I can wait, you know, whatever. And he was giving me the same energy back and I'm mad at that. So like, how does that work? And so finally I get my stuff and I go home, and I'm still like, you know, I'm not seeing the situation from a higher perspective at that point. But I go back home and I'm just like, you know, I'm so mad, I'm so irritated. How could that happen to me? You know, they didn't even care. They, you know, usually like if a business messes up, like they'll give you some type of, you know, sorry at least. I didn't get any of that. He didn't say, you know, I apologize for the wait, none of that. And so I get home and I'm just like, you know, I'll never go back to that. I went off. I was like, I'll never go back to that store. I'm saying this to myself. Like, they'll never get my money again. And you'll never see me. But I was so confident in that. I was so clear. Like, you'll never see me again. I will never be back here. You'll never get my money. You'll never get another opportunity to disrespect. Like, I was so mad. And sometimes, like, you have to get so fed up with whatever the situation is to stand on a decision. And when you do that, when you reach that point to where you can no longer deal with it, that is when you're going to start to see changes. But it has to be like something that's sincere, like you mean this with every fiber of your being. Have you ever been so fed up to where you're like, I'm never doing this ever again? This is what I'm talking about. So some of you may be kind of like hot and cold, or going back and forth with a situation, with a person, with an idea, and you're not standing on the decision. You need to stand on it. When you stand on it, when you like become confident that you will never do this again, or you're gonna have whatever it is, or you know, whatever it is that you're trying to make happen, it will happen. So after, you know, that day, I went home, and what I like to do, I use subliminals. Okay, I've been using subliminals for about a year now, and they have really helped change the way that I think about myself, the way I see my world, the way I, you know, interact with people. I feel like if you really are serious about having a different type of experience in your life, take some time to look up, you know, subliminals if you haven't already. And I like to make my own because I feel like it's safer. It's safer that way. So I have this app that I use. It's called Parrot. And so what I will do, I'll just take my affirmations and I'll speak into them on this app, and it repeats what you're saying. It plays it over and over. And so I have that playing in the background. I like to, you know, go to sleep with it. So I made a subliminal that night. I was like, you know what? F this. I'm never gonna have to wait again. It's so funny. It's so funny how like that energy, that pissed off energy, like that can really make stuff move. So sometimes that works, but you just gotta know how to work it. But so I made a subliminal, and it was basically saying certain things like, I never have to wait. And I was just saying this in general. I don't wait. You know, I get what I want. You know, I said some other stuff in there, but I go to the store, I go to a different store, because I told you I'm never going back to that store, even though I went back to that store. But anyways, I'm like, I'll never be back there. I go to a different store that week. I put in an order, I get my stuff. There was nobody in the parking lot. It was very like empty, very empty in the parking lot. The girl comes out, she's so fast. very friendly, you know. And I get home and I look at my bags and I had all of my stuff, but then I had like some extra treats in there. I had some candy. And it was just so funny because I know how the universe talks to me. I know how spirit talks to me. Spirit will remind me and show me in so many different ways that I'm on the right track, I'm on the right path. And if you pay attention to your situation, you'll start to notice, you'll know when you're on the right track. You will see it very clearly. I just wanted to share that story because I sometimes, like, I'll even forget, like, you don't have to walk around like you have no control over your situation. Like, things are not as solid and definite as they always appear to be, you know. Just a few days ago, I was in a situation with this store. It's a small situation, but I was in a situation where, you know, I'm not getting any type of customer service. I go from that to getting like extra treats in my order and, you know, friendly service. So your situation can change, and you do have the authority to make it happen. You just need to stand on it. And so this week, going back to like releasing, that's what I've been doing. I've been letting go of things that have been kind of like clouding my vision. Anything that I'm like iffy, or I don't know if this is really what I want, like I'm letting all of that go, because I'm starting to really see that you need to be clear about whatever it is that you're trying to make happen. So for some of you, it may be beneficial for you to maybe do a burn and release. I asked Spirit, what does the collective need to release at this time? Okay. And I have this card here. It says discipline. It says I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Okay. And so I typed in the opposite of discipline, unruliness. Some of you need to take some time to gather or take reign or control over your situation. And it doesn't have to be like something, you don't have to do everything all at once. Try to pick one or two things that you want to see a change in, okay? And focus there, and don't settle. All right. Another, like, I want to share this story really quickly because I'm just, you know, I'm at a point where I'm really starting to notice that certain things that I'm saying, certain things that I'm doing, the universe is reflecting it back to me, and I can see it more clearly now. I have a friend, I told you guys this story. She was looking for a new job, and she had put a number on how much she wanted to make in a year. And she was a little bit, you know, hesitant if she was going to reach that number. So other offers were coming up. They were lower than what she wanted, but she didn't budge off of that number. She wanted a certain number. She found a job. It's everything that she wanted, and she loves this job. She tells me all the time she loves this job. It's everything that she's ever wanted, plus things that she didn't even know that she wanted. She was set on one number with this job, and they're giving her almost double that amount, almost double. And there's so many different perks in this job. And so, and she loves it. Like she loves everything about it, but it comes from a place of making a concrete decision. Okay. Some of you, if you just make a decision and stand on that and don't budge, you're going to get what you want. I guarantee you, because we all have this power. All of us. It's not just a few selected. It's all of us. We have these powers that we need to like start tapping into. Okay. And so some of you just need to get more disciplined about what it is that you want. That's it. I have this egg card here, clarifying discipline. It says success assured with good plans and hard work. Good plans. Okay. And so for some of you, you may be working on a new idea or a new project, or you're building something from the ground up, or you're doing this for the very first time. All right. This is something that you 100% can achieve, and then some. That's the crazy part. Like, I feel like some of you don't understand. Me too. Like, sometimes I'll have the same thought, but sometimes we don't understand how powerful we are, and we just go along with the flow, and we go along with what other people are saying because everybody else is saying the same thing. But you don't have to always go with the flow if it's not flowing for you. Like, if that's not what you want, you don't have to accept that. That's what I want you to know. Like, you do not have to accept that, and you can change it. And some of you are moving into this next year and this next cycle, some of you are gonna be like true examples of your peers and your family and your friends of what it looks like to go after whatever it is that they want. Okay, so you're being placed in this position for a reason. Don't forget that. All right, I want to see a little bit more about this message, so I'm going to pull out a few more cards. Spirit, is there any other advice or any other messages the collective may need to see at this time? Anything else? And you guys are supported by the universe. Okay, we have the staff card here. This one says you'll be taken care of in difficult times. I have goldfish here, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Okay, definitely on the spiritual growth. That's where it's standing out to me. Okay, some of you are going through a tough and trying time. Okay, it says situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay, I feel like this grasshopper card, like this, for me, is one of the best cards to describe what's happening right now. Some of you are on the borderline of whatever it is that you want. Okay, and you may not see any changes in your situation because you haven't truly picked a side, whatever the side is. Some of you are on the fence and you need to make a decision. That's it. I don't know exactly what your situation is, but if you take some time to sit with yourself and connect with your guides, you're going to know what's the right thing to do. You're just going to know. It'll make complete sense to you and your situation. You'll just know it. So whatever your decision is, stand on that, because when you stand on that, you're going to start to see like this increase that you're looking for. For some of you, this is about your career, your finances. But when you're headstrong about your life and your situation, in this situation in particular, you will see changes. All right, try to make some subliminals. If you're not if you haven't tried that, I would highly recommend subliminals. Okay, the app is called Parrot, and you just speak into it whatever you want. Okay, and it helps, it helps with some of those old thoughts and those old beliefs that are just kind of playing in the background of your mind. It helps clear that out. Okay, so I love to use those. It's just so fun for me. It's so fun. So I also have the month April here that came out, so that could be a significant month for you. But yeah, there's going to be nothing is off limits. That's another thing I want to let you know. Like, you may, we hear it all the time, like the universe is limitless, God is limitless, but it's so true. Like, nothing is off limits. You can have what you want. You can have what you want. You just need to become extremely clear about what it is that you want, and don't back off of that. Like, you want what you want because you want that, so you can have that. It's not off limits. Okay, and then you have spirit with you at all times, letting you know like you're on track, or you may want to try it this way, but you have it. You don't have to worry about it at all. Don't tell yourself. Try to limit that negative talk. Okay, try to limit that energy of it's not working out. Okay, if you're dealing with people like that are telling you it's not working out, or focusing on negative things or the negative side of life too much, like you may need to pay attention to that, especially if you're trying to do something with yourself. You may need to pay attention to the company that you're keeping, what you're talking about, what you're watching. Okay, if it doesn't make you feel good, pay attention to that. And I'm also seeing, like, for some of you, you may be this next step in your life, you may be, I feel like it's for some of you, you can have empathy for other people. Okay, like, you can be empathetic with another person's situation, but at the same time, like, you can be empathetic for yourself. Okay, don't put other people above you and what you want. Okay, like it's all right to feel, have your feelings about this person. Like I was saying in the story, like, yeah, the people at the store, like, they're probably tired of working, or they're probably short-staffed. That's fine. Like, all of that is fine, But at the end of the day, like, I want to go home. I want to go home. And so, like, I don't have to keep waiting on things that I don't want. I don't want to wait around for, I don't want to be in that waiting energy. You don't have to be in that waiting energy, is what I'm trying to explain to you. And for some of you, some people around you, they may not understand that. Okay, they may not get that they're doing it to themselves, or they're putting out that energy. You may be the example. You may have to be the leader in your situation and show people like, okay, you don't have to wait. This is what I did. This is what I'm doing. So, you know, keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, okay? But definitely pick a side. Stand on a decision, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Is there anything else you need the collective to see at this time? Is there anything else? Yeah, we have the Hierophant here. Let's see. Beliefs. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. Wow, Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you guys are making a way out of a way that's not seen, okay? You're gonna have to hold your vision is what I'm seeing, okay? You may even want to keep whatever it is that you're doing to yourself. It feels like there's some type of new project or new idea, something new that you want to get into, okay? And you may not have the support of family or friends at this time, but it's okay, because it feels like there's like a magic trick that you're about to perform, okay? And people are going to be able to look up to you is what I'm seeing, or ask you, how did you do this? All right? And it comes from a lot of different ways, but I'm seeing being clear, being extremely clear. There's a significant change that's happening in your situation, okay? Do not back down from whatever it is that you're trying to manifest at this time. It's not off limits. This is something that you can definitely have, okay? But with this Two of Pentacles here, this is like that on the fence type of energy, okay? You can have this or you cannot. Which one do you want? I don't know exactly what you're trying to do. Yeah, because you know, when you really understand that the universe is limitless, there's so many different ways that your desire or your manifestation can find you. When you understand that, and that's when you start to see like miracles happen. Do not limit the universe at this time. Have enough confidence, courage to stand on whatever your decision is. Three of Wands here. Hold your vision. It may not look like anything right now. Look in this card, like there's nothing really there in front of him, but he has a vision in his mind. So Spirit is saying like you're gonna have to hold this vision. Hold the vision, okay? As you're moving forward, as you're releasing people, as you're releasing situations, hold the vision, okay? And you can let these people go, or let the situations go with, you know, empathy for these people. Understand that they're not ready, or whatever the case is. I don't know exactly what we're talking about, but we're focused on you right now in this reading. This is about you and about what you want, not about, you know, whoever else is on the other end. This is about you, okay? It's about your life. Spirit, anything else? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Three of Cups. All right, because there's a huge win here, a huge celebration. There's prosperity. This is your manifestation coming to fruition. Once you decide to stand on that, and you're not letting anybody else tell you otherwise, you're getting what you want. That's what Spirit is showing me. You're getting exactly what you want, okay? So I'm going to leave this message here. I hope it was helpful. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.